Well, we got the truck towed out of the ravine over here, or the crevasse, and we're back in some gold mining simulator. We're over here at the Rivertown Parcel, and we got some work to do. Everything keeps breaking. I took a little bit of a break because we had a slight issue with the last update, but sure enough, another update's out. Less than a week later, fixing some of the stuff we were having. It was just mainly frame related. Seems like it's much smoother now. So we started this little hole in the ground with our mini Rex here, and we're just running the mobile wash plant right now. Game plan for today, renting a whole bunch more equipment for our tier 3 wash plant, or we blew a tire on the truck. It was just like every time we were fixing something. So I'm kind of glad we did that off stream, but no time to waste. Let's get our wash plant started up. Let's get to that gold. Let's see, so that one should be empty. Yep, it is. We got 2 buckets here. I figure we'll get 1 more bucket, get our money cashed in, or at least sleep till the next day. I want to make sure that we have enough money to cover these expenses. It was like about, I want to say it was like 19,000. We still got to pay provisions on the gold and everything. So that's pretty much what this gold's going to be for. Wait, did I not turn it on? I don't think I did. There we go. No time to waste. A bunch of gold to dig. So we did have a little hiatus from the gold mining simulator, but don't worry guys, it's not going anywhere. We're back in it. Try to get it out always on Tuesdays. We just kind of fell a little behind. There were some new releases and stuff like that that I wanted to get to as well. Man, we got to swing all the way over here just to get this stuff. That's crazy. I think we're just gonna go this way. I feel like that's a little quicker, right? I don't know. We'll go one of the ways here. It's, you know, it's a long distance regardless of where we're dumping it. Just kind of trying to spread ourselves down and out a little bit so that we can kind of get an idea. I figure if this is a better clean out than the previous time, you know, we're getting towards the gold. I usually don't expect the gold to be on the perimeter of a claim, so it's usually deeper in. But this might make a great entry if we want to start using, you know, a front end loader and a dump truck instead of the excavator. Really can't figure out what to do. It's a lot of money to be renting all this stuff, as we do need to just start saving a little too. So I think Rivertown we're going to be at here for definitely a little bit. That is what I said about Old Arnold, so don't quote me, all right? I'm just kind of impressed that in 8 days we were able to make enough money to get ourselves all the way over to Rivertown with not a single loan. We didn't even, no gold nuggets, anything like that. We have officially made it all the way over here. Just straight good old hard work. You know, it's kind of funny, you forget how simplistic the mining was in the beginning. You know, whether it was just hog pans or mobile wash plant, and then you get over to the tier 3 and you're like, oh man, a clean out's like actual work. Whereas this is just, you know, scoop, drop, and you could clear an entire claim with this if you're determined enough. But I also feel like we are probably not clearing the entirety of all the gold in the ground. There's probably a lot that's coming off in runoff. Might actually have to move the wash plant. Taking quite a bit of time to get this, just the spin of the excavator. Something else. All right, 6% left to go on this bucket, and we got 1 more after it. Can you believe that? Just at about 3 o'clock. This should set us up pretty much perfectly to probably nighttime, and then we're going to be able to sleep. So, got to appreciate that, because while we do have lights, I don't see the point in running our generators just yet. We're not making that kind of money, you know, generator kind of money. But all right, and we're just gonna dump this guy in there a little bit. Get out. Whoa, into the hole we go. Excuse me. Grab this guy, plop that down. Go. You know, I'm not gonna lie, when I first came back in, I kind of did a little bit of mining, just kind of see how everything was working, make sure things were in operational order. And what do you know? I forgot the bucket. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, I think we might have to move either that. I could just take us out of parking brake here, kind of get the ground that we were standing on, do something like that. I think by doing that, yeah, we got a shorter travel time, and I will take that all day every day. Oops, kind of missed the mark on that one. And there it is. Just like I said, everything seems to be breaking. Man, shut her down. You know, it's funny because I looked at this and I was like, yeah, you know what? We should pick it up with the motor. And I didn't. Stupid little hose. This is the second time we've replaced this. I think we'll keep it cheap for now, but if we do have the money later, that's probably a good one. All right, yeah, we do have some of our stuff installed here. Oh, look at this cable. Should pretty much ready to go. We just need to get the hog pans down here. We also need to get the duplex jigs, as well as a shaker, D-rocker, that kind of stuff. Well, on to town. Hopefully we don't burn too much daylight doing this. We should be getting closer to summer, so that should mean more daylight. See you guys in town. You're kidding me, right? We are perfectly wedged. Come on. No way. Oh, we're doing some weird slide thing that works. We're out of there. And we're in town. I am very curious to see how the game runs with a tier 3 before they release this higher frames boost that we got going on right now. Things used to get a little laggy, not laggy, but more just kind of sluggish while driving in and out of claims and stuff like that because of all the pieces and everything like that. So I'd be curious to see how much better it is now. Wash plant jet, 2,000 for the reinforced. Such a cheapskate. Just don't want to waste the money. I also don't recall exactly how much in provisions they're going to be taking from us, hence why we're going to wait till tomorrow to get any of the tier 3 wash plant stuff going. All right, all that for a little jet, and let's head on back to the claim. All right, back at the claim. What an epic slide in we had there. That was crazy. All right, so good part goes down there, and let's get this old guy off. I think it's the wrench. Yep. Little bit of elbow grease. Can we reach that one? I don't think so. I think we gotta go around to the other side. Oh, it's just the one screw. How crazy. Okay, let's put this guy back there. That's the broken one. Up this one. Slap it in. Give her a nice tighten. All right, we'll be back in, getting some more digging and some more dirt moved. All right, we forgot to start everything back up, but that's no biggie. I'm glad we were able to just fill up the hopper. Give us a little time on these scoops. And just about halfway now. It could be quite possibly why that broke too. We were just bumping into the spray nozzle, believe it or not, and yeah, making definite contact on that. All right, 99% works in my book. I was like, where's the fourth one? There we go. Let's get these guys in there. Shut her down. Another good day of digging. I'm gonna have to check how much gold was in that previous clean out. It was pretty much like this section. Now we have all that cleared out too. This claim is going to be perfect for getting like a little front end loader down there and just scoop and then dump. Hey, that bucket had gold in it. It's trying to get away. All right, let's get in our handy dandy truck here and literally just drive it 10 feet. Hey, you know what? I guess it works. Let's take it all the way up actually, because I'm lazy. All right, so we got our 4 buckets ready for clean out. All right. Taking a quick look around here, seeing what we got to do. Looks like we just got to turn this generator on and we're going to start making some gold. Like I said, after this, we'll take a little snooze until tomorrow. Make sure we can cover our provisions. And that's going to be, trying to get some stuff for bigger things here. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, we got to switch this guy on. I was like, why is nothing happening? Oh, wait. Water pump fuse. There you go. That's what we were looking for. Let's try that again. Very nice. All right, open for a little bit of big money in this corner here. We'll see what happens. Dump that guy in there. Drop that over there. Something like that. All right, let's go. Hey, not bad. We're already at 2 ounces. I'll take it. Got half of our clean out in there. Come on, like 10 ounces would be great. 15 would be even better. Hey, I gotta tell you, you know what? They are not messing around with Rivertown Parcel around here. That is looking good. 10 ounces. So we hit the minimum goal that I wanted. I mean, there's a lot of dirt here. It's just not deep. Okay. 12.314. What am I doing here? Put that guy in there. Put that in. Well, hopefully we walk away with like 24 ounces. That'd be great. It's going to cover our provisions and then have a little extra to, you know, pad that bank account for a lot of these rentals that we need. I'd like to have at least like 2 days worth would be great. Okay, so that's clean. Drop that in there. That was our 99 bucket. There we go. Another 99 bucket. We'll shut that guy off and turn this one on. Hey, that's what I like to see. A nice big jump right off the bat. 14 ounces. 15 ounces. Oh yeah, look at this. 50% left to go. Just about to hit 20 ounces. And there it is, 20 ounces. That means we're getting 5 ounces of gold per gold bucket with the mobile wash plant. I cannot complain with that. Oh, there it is, 24, putting us at 24.574 ounces, meaning we are getting 6 ounces of gold per bucket from the mobile wash plant. Gotta love that. Turn that off. It's throwing sparks everywhere. You gotta start a dang forest fire. Look out, California. Yeah, bringing the truck up here, not a good idea. I'm really hoping in the sequel, we're gonna be able to kind of put our little camper wherever we want. Maybe even set up like a full-blown tent like that wherever we want. Really help the immersion of the game instead of this stuff just being already here. All right. Well, it's kind of early, but I think we're gonna sleep. We're gonna sleep till tomorrow so I can have no worries about setting stuff up and double paying for a day that we probably aren't gonna mine through the evening for. So let's sleep. Yep, there it is. 15.79 ounces of gold was taken from our total, but we still have our 31,000 in there and about 8.7 ounces. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the town right now. And we're gonna go rent up our tier 3. And look, that mountain over there just shades this whole property. It's kind of crazy. Back here, look at this. Wow, there's a trail that goes all the way back here behind our parcel. That's kind of cool. Just doing a little sightseeing here. Look at that. Hold up. Hello? There's a whole town up there. What? Like, that is our parcel, right? Yeah. I really think all the gold's going to be right about there. Probably longest commute distance. So what are we looking at over there? Oh, just like completely can't go over there, huh? Oh, I mean, that's a tease if I've ever seen one. Wonder if they were planning on that for like an expansion at some point. Oh, look, we even have water back here. Didn't even see that before. There's a little lake down there, or a lake. Oh my gosh. There's a little river down there. All right, let's get into town. I'll catch you guys there. Guys, no words for what just happened. I paused the recording because I was like, I'll just get into town for you guys real quick. And then, you know, we'll be set to go. Oh yeah, you know, it just flung me into the dang stratosphere. And yeah, we don't, oh my gosh. We don't just have one broken wheel. We broke all 4. Are you kidding me? Like, I can't, this is me just gunning it. We're officially 1 day from summer too. That's crazy. Come on. All right. I can't believe this. We only have 2 tires on us, but you know, it's better than not having any. So I think we'll put it probably on the fronts because we're going to need to be able to steer, and then we're going to have to pick up a whole, additional probably 4 wheels. Might even spring for the reinforced ones at this point. Okay, well, tire changing time. I'm just like absolutely speechless about this. It's just kind of crazy. Yeah, you hear, you stupid wheel. And there's proof to the pudding right there. Repair 10 parts. All which just happened pretty much. I mean, I think we repaired like 2 tires, maybe 3 on the truck previously, but still. Since we moved to Rivertown, 7 items have broken. Starting to think there might be a good old curse on this property. Okay, drop that down. How cool it is that we have a jack that we actually have to use on the truck. There we go. Sell those. Get our 84 bucks back. You know, it's pretty much like have 3 bummed out tires, get 1 free kind of thing. All right. All I was trying to do was just go to town. All I wanted to do, go rent some stuff, melt some gold down. Okay, so the hope is that we'll at least be able to drive on this with 2 bad tires. Do that. Yeah, there we go. It's slow, but it's doable. I'll be there in about 2 hours. I'm just trying to go straight right now, and the truck is just veering to one side, and it's like I'm driving with the handbrake on. Come on. Whoa, whoa, wow. Come on now. Nothing to see here, folks. Just a guy with a few busted wheels. Oh my. Just realized we left the jack. I should have taken it with us, but I guess we'll just buy another one. I would like 2 of your finest tires and hopefully a jack. Oh my gosh. 500 pickup truck wheel. How much is it for the reinforced? Oh yeah, no, we're not doing that just yet. Soon, I promise. $25 for the jack. Nice. It's like they know me. All right, more tire changing. All right, there we go. So that's 2 tires changed, torque down, or actually 4 tires changed total. You know, let's just put this by the forklift there. There we go. Trying to get some gold melted down. Rent out some stuff, and we're gonna try to set up our tier 3 for the 2nd time. No, you know, everything's looking so much better. Everything's just slightly greener now. Great. All right, there we go. All right, there is our gold bar. What is it? It's the 8.8. That's what that said. We'll make some money. What an interesting first hour to our morning. What's gold prices doing? $9,950. Gold is on a rise right now, so that's good. Not bad for, oh, it's 8.3. Sell that. Puts us at about 40,000. Gives me a lot more confidence for us to go over and rent out all that stuff again for our tier 3 wash plant. Some of the really expensive items are the big excavator, the front end loader, the big truck. I think we're gonna skip the big excavator for the time being. We'll probably come back for it. But I mean, really? The rock truck, the front end loader, and then of course the electric generator, which is just huge price tag. So yeah, you can see right here, it's about 28,000 a day for all that. If we drop the excavator off, we're looking at about 25,000. So let's drop that off. Front end loader, duplex jig, shaker, conveyor belt, hopper. Big excavator is not coming, but we're gonna do the big power generator, the dump truck. Man, okay, so that's 25,000. We're at about 40. Yeah, we should have enough to transfer all of this. At least I hope. Okay, big purchase. Everybody, hold your breath. Oof. Oof. That's what I say to that. Oof. All right, move it all. 13,000. Talk about squeezing by the skin on our teeth. Holy, $961 remains. But we got a full-fledged operation, and let's start. So much for drilling. I don't know what I was thinking about that, but man, like that, we're broke again. Well, we got our work cut out for us, because now we're gonna have to, you know, set all this up. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some organization. Finding a good spot for that generator. That's really the big one, because we're gonna have so many hoses running to and from there, as well as, you know, hopefully our water source is gonna supply us enough pressure. Yep, and like typical fashion, everything is everywhere. So we got the conveyor over there. There's our shaker. Like that's not super far away. There's the front end loader, duplex jigs. Why is this all the way over here? That's kind of crazy. Probably gonna be the first piece that we're gonna have to try to move. So I'm gonna park the truck in here, just thinking ahead that we're gonna be needing to, you know, we got moss mats, we got all these. Whoa, oh, look at that. Okay, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but these grates have always been like paper thin. Look at that. They actually have some thickness to them now. They were sitting completely flush on the ground when we were here last, and they're stacked up. Think we have enough. We should. I mean, we were running tier 3 before. No reason we shouldn't have everything that we need. Get that guy in there. You know, every dollar counts at this point. Yeah, they're gonna give me 44 bucks for the broken pipe. So taking a look at this thing right here for power. I think that probably makes the most sense. We'll just kind of put it on the ridge here. because then we can just quickly run into it. And then if we start running lights out to our claim, it's not a big deal. This is where the conveyor and the dump is going to be at. Oh, there it is. I was like, where is the cable? Because like all these can now go onto our big generator, something like that. So to be clear, I do know that we could do this with it. There's just no forward back tilt work lights. There you go. All right. So I'm going to try to get this at least in the proper order this time. So we need to do shaker first, conveyor, and then the conveyor trough, whatever the heck you call that thing. And then we'll do duplex jigs and all that down there. Yeah. All right, let's grab the mini Rex. We know where the hooks are and all that. Probably actually grab this guy before we lose it. Things are like the easiest thing to lose in the entire game. And one of the things I think they did fix in this patch here was the sound bug. So I will speed this up for you guys quite a bit, since we did like kind of a more in-depth build with our last one. But you know, we're gonna put everything in its right place, and the generator is going to be going right along this ridge here. There we go. Shakers in. I'm gonna get the big pieces first, conveyors and that kind of thing. We'll do duplex probably last. Very tempted to get this water tower up and running, but I think that's like 150,000 if I'm not mistaken. That'd be a real great solution to our water problem here. Oh Jesus. Oh jeez. There we go. Nice. Conveyor's in place. I didn't know what that's called. Scooper puts the dirt into the shaker. A little swoop. Boom. There we go. 3 pieces in. I believe just 2 to go. Should just be the duplex jigs now. Perfect. First one in. Boom. There it is. All right. Last piece. We need the generator. Should actually be pretty easy. We're just going to have to pretty much drag it over to that hilltop. All right, I think this is going to be the resting spot for it. See if we can get her to just kind of fall in place here. I don't know why we're hovering. Something like that. Looks pretty good. Kind of nice and close. I kind of like that. Only thing this really doesn't do is our washout or our clean out system, but I think right about another little boom, something like that. That's pretty good, because I mean 3 of those blue cables are just going to go right over there. And then we have all these just going right down to there. No big deal. It's really gonna come down to where we place the electric water pump, which I figure we'll probably grab our truck now. We'll fill it up with some electrical cables. I need 4 blue, 2 yellow. 1, 3, 4, 2 yellow. Oh geez. See if we can get these over there too, you know, while we're at it. Come back for the hog pans. They're teetering a little bit, you know, nothing to be worried about. All right, so we got conveyor belts hooked up. We got the duplex jigs hooked up. I'm gonna run this guy through here and down over into here as far as we can go, and that's about as far as we can go. So being we hook up our little, I shouldn't say little, our big water pump over to that guy, and then we'll also go pick up our hog pans, and we'll start working on our water hookups. Not bad, you know. It was kind of nice that we had half of it pretty much pre-set up from our first day here, so it made it a little less stressful, you know. Yeah, I don't remember entirely what we need for this, but we'll kind of do something like this. And I know we need 2 for the hog pans. Then I think we need the splitter, because then we need this big guy. Get the splitter in there too. I'm missing 2 red hoses, which are probably currently in use, to be honest. So we'll just kind of get these hog pans down there. Looks good to me. Tape it to the side of the truck and let's go. Okay, so water, we pretty much ran out like right about here. Just scoot it forward just a smidge, just in case that's not enough. Drop that guy. Oh my god. Get the hog pans out. Realized we forgot the main part of those too. There we go. One hog pan in, second one. Cool. It's interesting it goes off to the side like that for this one. I kind of get why though. This guy in. Okay. Got our 2 water hookups. We'll need a water splitter for this guy too. I think we'll probably just put up here. Something like that. What did I do? That's the one for our clean out. Okay, we do have one over here. All right, we'll go pick up the hog pans and figure out what we're gonna do about that red hose. Surprised we were missing one right now, because we had too many when we moved, but we had a little, you know, goofiness happen with that transport trailer, so could be where it went. Okay, need another one of these guys. That's for this. All our moss mats. Okay, electrical, that's hydraulic hose. Kind of annoying. So it seems like we're just gonna have to probably take one from our clean out and then just place it when we're finishing up there. We got to make sure all this is running properly before we even consider buying anything more, especially since we only got $1,005 to our name. All right, these guys. Oh my god. Okay, good. It didn't go far. I just saw it like flick out. I was like, no. There we go. So we got all our moss mats hooked up. Now we just got to figure out water for everything, and we should be able to do a nice little test run here. Oh yeah, so look at that. We got 1, 2 over here, because there's one in there as well as one going for the other. We might be able to use a splitter on this since we already have the splitter on that guy. We might be good on that. I'm trying to remember what I needed this for. Did we actually need this? Or am I goofy? I don't know. Getting a little confusing. Okay. In, out. This guy, that guy, over to that. Bing, bada boom. Yeah, do it like that. This guy will probably still run off the little mini generator. I'm just trying to kind of simplify it so we're not running like 6 separate generators. Okay, so we got water coming in, water comes out, goes into the 2 splits. That splits for those bottom ones over there. Ah, okay, so we need water for this guy. What about trommel needs power as well? Everything's just kind of like just a little different, you know? Power plug on this guy. There we go. Power plug for that. And then we need one for the trommel as well as water hookup for our shaker. Wow. All right, so that's the last hookup for that. So let's give a quick power on to everything. Trommel, water pump, conveyor belt, shaker, and duplex jigs. Holy, that's loud. Hey, we're moving there. That's shaking away. Still need water going to that guy. These are looking good. Water's flowing down there. We essentially need water to our shaker, and that's it. We're all set. Actually, go start loading up some dirt. There we go. Water's flowing. We got water flowing here down through the trommel. Hey, found another cable. That's nice. All right. It's a little bit noisier than the previous time we set this up. All right, let's go grab our buckets, get that set up, and I guess we'll probably get a dump truck run through, and you know, the rest is history. Can't see where I'm going. Wow. Talk about a quick silence by the press of a button. Man, that's noisy. But let's start digging, eh? We got the dump truck. We'll get it lined up somewhere over there. And we'll just kind of start cutting in with the front end loader. We didn't opt for the big excavator this time. Thinking if we do any excavator next, we'll probably do the like mega, the huge, because I did really like the speed. Really did like the speed of using the front end loader. All right, so looks like we're gonna be dumping over there. So I think if we can set her up right about here, should be good. Check to see how much this is. I want to say it's about 150,000. I thought. Oh, can we not fix this one? Dang. Oh, wait. Yeah, 150,000. We'll see how we're doing on money, you know, when that time of year rolls around. Because that's exactly what it's for, is once, you know, once the water freezes, we're going to be in trouble. See how this does. Yep. Same issue. Very weird that I would have no issues at Old Arnold with this thing, and Rivertown is just trash. I know some of you guys were talking about it in the comments, but after my experience at Old Arnold, I was like, oh, we should be good. Now, not so much. It's like as soon as I start touching the ground. Oh, well, it was unexpected to have that kind of issue. Glad we figured it out sooner than later. I'll just see if I can get a nice spot cleared out. We might have to get the excavator out. Do it the good old fashioned way, you know. All right, let's go. You know, this is only 25%, but let's dump it. We're gonna give a little test run here. There we go. Close it up and start her up. All right, dirt's flowing. Wait till we start seeing it shoot out of there, you know. There it is. Shaker's shaking. 1%, 2%. Gotta love it. Our moss mat's doing 2%, 2%, 3%. Nice. And I really got to appreciate that it's also central right there. That's kind of crazy. But wow, look at that. So we got some new rentals on the property. We got everything hooked up. We, you know, repaired our 4 broken truck tires today. And of course got the tier 3 set up and ready to rock. So next time we're going to be just probably going to get like 1 or 2 clean outs done in a day on the next episode. And hopefully by the end of that, start drilling. I wanted to drill today. We ran a little short on the funds, but the important thing is we got everything set up. We got all our power routed, a little bit of a test run there, and we got 4% on everything. But I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and you know, share that video over to somebody else that enjoys gold mining simulator, aka Gold Rush. I appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back in Rivertown before you know it. See ya.